I fuck like it's for survival, as if it's the last sip of water I'll ever get.
Huh?
A few minutes later.
Oh! No!
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Lord.
15 seconds remaining.
I heard you was an Ubisoft fanboy. Let me teach you a lesson. Let me teach you a lesson, boy.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Rambles TV channel. Let's get a little round of applause. We are back with our second rant video, and today is going to be a bit of a doozy, let me tell you. I have a lot to talk about. Rainbow Six Siege is a piece of garbage, and I'm going to explain to you why. Well, hello there. Future Josh here, coming from you in post to tell you that I actually have a new video out. And you should definitely go check it out. The New Blood trailer reveal. Ooh, the reveal just dropped, and I have about an hour-long video of me yapping about it. So if you like this content, definitely go check it out. Link will be in the description or something. So yeah, goodbye, sexy. It's funny because it's the shiniest, most pearliest, most glistening piece of garbage you've ever seen in your life, all right? So to begin, I think that it's fair to acknowledge the lore of Siege. When I say the lore, I mean kind of just the mess that the writers have kind of jumbled together. If we look at where we were at with Rainbow Six Siege when it first came out, right? We got Rainbow Six Siege 2015, right, when it first came out, and we got Rainbow Six Siege 2024 now. Apples, and we got oranges, right? We are looking at a SWAT simulator game in 2015. 9 years later, we are moving to a sci-fi shooter that is more or less resembling arcade mechanics these days than something that was ever a SWAT simulation. We got this new take on Rainbow Six, which at first I bought into it. I thought it was sick. I thought the idea that you could rappel from walls, you could use drones to find the objectives and enemies. I found that the idea of Rainbow Six being this collective of all these special forces and counter-terrorist units in this game, kind of collectively working together, and that's Rainbow, right? That's the organization Rainbow that the game is based off of. Rainbow Six Siege was like kind of an experiment at first, I feel like, for the Rainbow series. If we're going to talk about Siege, we need to talk about Rainbow Six lore, all right? The confusing, jumbled up mess that is Rainbow Six lore, all right? To put it simply, to put it sweetly, we have two different sides of Rainbow Six. We have the 2015 release, and we have 2024 live service in continue, right? And continuing the game. We are looking at two different games right now. Like, let's be real. When Rainbow Six first dropped, it was a SWAT simulator game, right? And what that means is that it was grounded in reality. Time skip 2024, we're looking at a futuristic, like almost kind of arcade-esque, like tactical, I say that very loosely, tactical shooter. So the Rainbow Six lore has changed significantly. Not for the best. They introduced this character named Harry. I'll put him up on screen for you so you understand who this man is, right? This motherfucker is a vessel for the writers to completely butcher and transcend what I thought was possible with complete bullshit, all right, when it comes to writing out lore. Right, they have the collective of all these super duper top operatives, right? And they are tasked with defeating a villain, right? A terrorist organization, the White Masks. It goes good, right? They kind of end off the White Mask thing on I want to say an open end. They kind of leave the future of Rainbow Six like up to interpretation a little bit. Like at that time, people were kind of speculating what the fuck was going on with the series. Jump skip to Harry. Harry is the Nick Fury of the Rainbow Six organization. They didn't need a new leadership. They could have appointed any one of the Rainbow Six operators as leadership or like CEO or whatever you want to fucking call it, top dog of Rainbow Six. He was introduced as a way to continue the story of Rainbow. So Harry comes in and he completely changes everything. What I mean by that is pretend, right? Not even pretend. This is fucking reality, mind you. This is reality. We're talking about reality right now, folks. Reality. He takes these top elite operators. He takes the Rainbow funding and buys a stadium where hundreds of thousands of people can come and watch these Rainbow Six operators compete. It's a little bit gray as to whether they're competing constantly or training constantly. Either way, why are we allowing the top operators in the world to have an international platform to have other people, including their enemies, watch them train, learn their gadgets, their routines? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Who thought this was a good idea? So Harry buys the stupid ass stadium, splits up Rainbow and says, all right, you guys are gonna do this training simulation thing and it's gonna be great. Not only does he do the stadium idea, Rainbow Six has always been a game where it's like, oh, we're shooting at other people. We're shooting, there's blood splatter, this, that, and the third, right? We're saving this airplane, presidential airplane from being blown up. We got this fucking biohazard container, right? The real stakes are happening. Tell me why they water it down by not only saying that we are now doing it every single time you load into a match, it's technically a training simulation. Not only are we taking away the immersion that this is like a life-threatening event, he decided to allow them to shoot each other in these training situations with simunition ammunition. We're talking about airsoft. They're practicing with airsoft. Every time you kill somebody, every time you shoot a bullet, every time you shoot your gun through a wall, I want you to know that the lore is telling you that it is airsoft. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. I don't fucking know, all right? Not only are you playing airsoft, they decided to add in a new faction, right? This faction is called Nighthaven. Nighthaven comes with a bunch of operators. We got Wamai, I believe Thorn, Callie is the captain of Nighthaven, and like a bunch of other people, right? They're like the edgy teenage version of Rainbow, right? We got like Pulse and all these like happy-go-lucky operators on Rainbow, and then we got like, this isn't your fucking mom's fucking PMC, dude. This is Nighthaven. We got special operations doing illegal shit. Kind of low-key, they have like this evil aura about them. Neither here nor there, right? They got these two motherfucking factions beefing, and nobody's fucking with it. Nobody's fucking with it. Everybody's saying that the shit's trash. They added this map called Stadium Bravo. It's panned. Everybody hates it. I hate playing it. The community hates playing it. You hate playing it. It's bad. We all know it's bad. And they kind of just continued with that, like that storyline for a while, and it was gross. All right, like it was really sad to see Harry be such a prominent character in Rainbow Six, just like literally ruining everything Siege had built up at that point. Let's move on past the lore. Now that you know that the game story is a mess, you know that it's way easier for the rest of the things to fall apart. There has been a problem with audio. We're talking teammate audio in specific. There's problems with the audio outside of teammate audio, but audio in general for your teammates is way too fucking loud. There should be no reason why I'm hearing my teammate Fenrir in the corner beating his meat through 2 fucking unreinforced walls. I don't understand. I don't understand why I can hear Cav, who's supposed to be this silent operator, above me, fucking teabagging and running around. I don't understand why I can hear that. This isn't a problem in Battlefield. This isn't a problem in Call of Duty. This isn't a problem in fucking any other game, even more realistic games like Arma, Insurgency, or Squad. We don't see these problems where your teammate audio is giving you false callouts. And sometimes I feel like the teammate audio is louder than the enemy audio. One of the main examples of that is, I think they must have shadow added this or something, but the way that your audio works while you're ADSing is different now. It used to be like it was the same audio as if you were walking. I believe it's the same audio as if you were walking. Now it's significantly quieter. So if you sneak up on somebody, you don't have to crouch, you can ADS walk. And if there's a gunfight, they're especially not going to hear you. Now what this does is it fucks with you because your teammate audio has not changed. It's fucked. Why am I hearing my teammates' audio so loud? I'll be holding an angle like this, right? I'll be holding it, and I hear something from behind me, and I'm like, ah! Oh, it's just fucking, and I get a whole bunch of fucking bullets in my head because I turned around at the wrong moment. So you run into these issues where you're getting clapped because your teammates' audio is masking the audio of the enemy. Do y'all not have QC? Do y'all not have quality assurance, quality control, testers? Y'all have the public test server, but anytime I go on the public test server, it's just full of degenerates not taking the game seriously, which is fine. Who gives a fuck? I don't really care. But that's the problem with the test server, is that it's not being, like, no one's testing shit. No, I feel like it's just there so people can get a sneak peek of what's happening next in the new seasons. They don't actually care about giving feedback on the new seasons. Maybe people give feedback, but let me tell you, the proof is not in the motherfucking pudding. There are certain things that should not be happening with these maps. If you test them properly with these maps, with the game changes, with the gameplay, there should certainly not be audio problems this bad. Because any tester who plays the game for more than 5 hours will realize that, holy shit, why am I hearing my teammates' audio so loud? On the topic of audio, if you're next to stairs, if you have a hatch broken next to a staircase or ladders, if you're next to a ladder, if there's a hole in the wall, in the ceiling above you, if there's a hole next to you, next to a doorway, or on a rotate, let me tell you, your audio is fucked. The audio is not panned correctly. In games like this, audio is usually omnispheric. You have a right channel, left channel, and an up and a down, right? If you're in certain areas, your footsteps sound is changed, right? So they have left, right in like an open space, and then they have left, right muffled, which is supposed to be above you, and then they have left, right like echoey, which is supposed to be like in a staircase below you or above you, right? I've never seen a game that does audio like this. I just never seen a game that does audio like this. I can't tell you how many times I've heard something coming from the right and it was actually coming from above me. Or I've heard footsteps coming that sound like it's coming from behind me, but it's actually coming from above the staircase or below the staircase, right? It sounds like there's somebody behind me. I don't understand how this is an issue. I don't understand how, if I'm standing on a staircase in real life, I hear sound perfectly. If I'm standing on a staircase in Call of Duty, I hear sound perfectly. If I'm standing in and these are games that are way less complex. You know what? Fuck it. In a game more complex, ready or not, I hear sound perfectly. And it's like, this is a $1 million company. How can they not figure out things like this? How is there nobody in these fucking games, developing these games, out here worried about this shit? And if you are, you need to be fired, because you suck. Obviously what you're doing is not helping, right? If you're watching this, you motherfucker, and you're the person or a part of the group in charge of audio, you suck. And you deserve to be fired, you motherfucker, alright? I'm talking to you. Like, I can't stand you for being this bad at your job. And that's what it comes down to a lot with Siege, is like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand how it gets this bad. I don't understand when I really don't understand when it's gonna get better. Because they just keep adding shit onto their plate. They keep saying like, oh, we're gonna balance this, we're gonna balance that. And the way that Siege works is like they add a balance and then it breaks something else in the games. And this is how I prefer balancing in video games. If something is OP, you take its counter and you make it just as OP. Now, I don't know anything about game development, so if you're a game developer and you're hearing this and your face is like, I don't know what he's talking about. That guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. All the games that I played that are fun with good balancing, everything is OP, right? One of the main, and oh god, this is really going to invalidate my opinions to some people out there. But the reason why I personally liked Call of Duty Ghosts multiplayer was because of the class customization. And what I mean by that is you were able to take any gun, any class, any build that you wanted and make it really strong. And in my opinion, I think that's really good balancing. I think if everything's OP, it's good balancing. You know what I mean? You have no excuse to be saying, oh, this gun is bad. It's like you need to work with the kit. You need to work with your perks. You need to work with the attachments, dude. You need to figure out what makes that gun good for the game, for the play style that you play as. And this game is lacking that. It's lacking non-reductive balancing. What I mean by that is every time something becomes too strong, they neuter it. They take away all of its power and significance, right? This has been shown with Jaeger. This has been shown with more Echo. This has been shown with Echo. You know what I'm saying? There are so many operators in the game who just had their balls. They took their balls like this, right? They took them, and then they took a big ass fucking knife, and they said, right? And they cut off the balls of these operators, and they wonder why the pick rate falls to the floor. If you were talking about Ying, because I personally think Ying is very overpowered. Her Candelas, her flash grenades are a little bit broken because of the range. You could have completely avoid a room that a Candela was in, and because you happen to be standing next to the door or something, you still get flashed. But like, right, how I would balance the Candelas is just make Warden a little bit stronger. You know what I mean? Like, just make the counter a little bit stronger. Add some more damage to the MPX. Make his thing a little bit more, last a little bit longer. Make it like if he gets flashed, he gets a refill on it. Instant, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying, like add something so that the counter is a little bit stronger. That way people aren't like, oh, it's so broken, you know what I mean? Because if it's so broken and the counter is as broken, then is it really broken? Like, you know what I mean? Is it really overpowered if you can deal with it? So it's like, you know, they do all these things and it just doesn't seem like they're making smart decisions. One of the things that I really hate that they keep doing is they keep taking away certain things in the game and replacing them with entirely different mechanics. Like, they've taken away the way attachments work in the game and replaced it with a completely different system, like 4 times. Like, there used to be a point in time where you had to buy your attachments. Now they're all free, and they do completely different stuff than they used to. I thought Sledge's recoil pattern was changed during the Deadly Omen update, but I realized that they switched how the muzzles work. So if you have a flash hider, now that does something completely different than it used to. So I had a compensator on that. So the recoil's going all crazy like this, going up. And I'm like, damn, they must have nerfed Sledge's, you know, recoil. So I look at the fucking patch notes, and I see that they fucking changed the way muzzles work. And I'm like, oh, that's why. It changed another fucking game mechanic. They added this shit that drives me crazy. And I'm a gun guy, right? I got guns over there. I got a gun over here. I got guns up here. You know what I'm saying? I got this. I got a revolver with the Shelly shells. Right? I like guns. I like guns. When I see shit like this, a horizontal grip that is simply just a Picatinny rail, I understand what kind of people are developing this game, okay? I see it all. I see it all. I see why this game makes no sense. And let me tell you something, buddy. It disgusts me. When it comes to making a game like this a tactical shooter, and this isn't even a tactical shooter really, it's mostly like a tactical hero shooter. It blows my mind that they are so detached from like the gun world and the tactical space in general. But they are so adamant about making a game designed and based around real special forces. Makes no sense. right? I'm gonna do a video one of these days breaking down some of these Rainbow Six kits, all right? Because a lot of these kits make no sense at all, at all. I say it almost every time I see some of these kits. Like, I think it's Brava. Has a fucking kitchen knife on her fucking on her kit. Why do you have a kitchen knife? Bitch, you finna chop up some food and cook for niggas? Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand these decisions that they make with this game. And then they wonder why people, like, just don't like the lore, or they don't like the new characters, or it's just like, you're doing all this dumb shit that you're uninformed on. You do not have it planned, and on top of that, you're just bad at it. You're bad at writing. You're bad at coming up with concepts, you're bad at staying consistent, and you're bad at literally making the game. We got 6 bad things that you're bad at, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't understand how a game that is this fundamentally flawed is so popular. Why is there a WWE skin? I mean, for fuck's sakes, look at this helmet. Look at this helmet. When you go and you stand behind cover, there's an extra, like, 2 feet of head that they can see. These are pay-to-lose mechanics, bro. Why are you adding these cosmetics that make no sense, all right? You know what? I'm just going to go on a tangent about the cosmetics anyway. I had something I had planned, but let's talk about cosmetics for a second, guys. They're not making proper revenue from this game, and I can tell because of the way that they are grasping at these fucking collaboration deals. They have one with Rick and Morty, they have one with Capcom, they have one with WWE, they have one with Square Enix. It's like they are adding these stupid ass skins into the game. And mind you, I wouldn't even be that mad if they were good. Let me drop a few of these fucking skins. These quote collaboration skins. Look at this. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Exhibit C. All right. You all see what I'm talking about when I say that they don't know. They don't know how bad this looks for Rainbow. So, you know, cosmetics is one of those things that Siege, it's like lower on the totem pole of like things that bother me, but it's still something that's there and it deserves to be talked about. There's no reason why we got these goofy ass collaborations. Like, seriously. I think, you know, I have so much stuff that I have to put this into a part 3. Oh my god. A part 3. Mind you, I had to re-record all this because I forgot to use this mic here for half the video. Bro, I had an hour and a half worth of rants I had to edit. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This might be kind of a long video. I appreciate so much the attention that the last video got. If you made it to this point in the video, dude, please hit that like button. It really does mean a lot for the channel, and it really does push me in the algorithm. I'm gonna be making a lot more of these rant style contents. I keep saying contents. That bothers me in the other video. I watch it back and I'm like, contents? Really, bro? I'm gonna try and make more of this kind of style of content. If there is anything you guys want to see me react to, rant about, talk about in general, want to make a video about, please comment it down below. If you think my opinions suck and you think I'm smelly and stinky and sweaty and I'm terrible and I'm dumb, you can go ahead and write that in the comments as well. I do read all the comments and I do reply to all of them, maybe not right away, but I do take time to reply to them, so please engage with me in the comments below, guys. Until then, it's been real, guys, man. You know, I love you all. I love all my followers. That's pretty much it. Adios. Goodbye.